Okay, let's take a look at this very simple script called Background Creator. I use it just about every day. Now, in years past, in order to change the background color here, I would just use a solid, so I'd hit Control Y on a PC, and then I could select a color of interest. Let's just throw something in here real quick. Say OK, and we can even just name this background. Then I'd move it down to the bottom. And part of the problem with this is editing the color was always kind of a nuisance. You'd have to do Control-Shift-Y to get back in here, change the color, say OK, and then if I wanted to change the color again, I could do that. I would also sometimes add just a fill on there so that I can access the color here, which is OK. But then also if I change the size of my comp, I still have to come in here. If it's not big enough, we have to click on Make Comp Size. And so it's kind of a lot of hassle just to get a solid color in there. So then we can progress to just using a shape layer. If we just double click the shape layer, we get it in here. My problem is most of the time it's got a fill and a stroke, and if it's got a stroke on here, it's not something that I want, and so I have to come in and turn this off, change the color, and again, if I want to make adjustments to the color, it's not that big a deal for a shape layer, but most of the time though, shape layers are not ready to just be one solid color because I've been tweaking the settings on something else. Another problem too is if I want to select just these layers here, I can try and marquee select them, but I can't actually select them. So I got to make sure that this is locked. All right, so that's a lot of moving stuff around just to get a solid background in here. So this background creator, I saw the formula on a Slack thread somewhere, and I just turned it into an easy script so that I can get it in there, get working with as few clicks as possible. So I'm going to use K-bar over here to set it. It lives right here on my K-bar and automatically named background, and we get a solid composite effect on it, so I can just change the color here. Now the solid composite effect is applied to an empty shape layer. So the nice thing about this is that I can come in here and select my layers. Now I also have the background selected, but if I move it around, you can't see the edge because this background has no shape content in it. Solid composite is what is creating the color. So I can put this in any comp and it's always going to fill the background. I can move it any place I want. Let's take a look at the position. I can move it anywhere I want and it doesn't matter. Okay, this thing always fills the background. It's nice. So let me do that again. Let me apply it one more time. You also notice that it gets thrown to the bottom of the stack first thing. So it makes it pretty nice. So if you don't like BG for the background name of that layer, you can edit the script with just a text editor, open it up, and you'll be able to easily see where that name can be changed. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this saves you a few clicks along the way.